Today I'm going to show you how to add a truck in TMOSYS. As you can see, we are on the dashboard screen. Over here to the left, we're going to click on the Setup menu, and we're going to click on Trucks. Any trucks that have been already set up will be here. It'll show you if they are active or if they're out of service. So let's get started. This serial number is a number that is system generated, so you do not have to worry about that. The first place we're going to start is with the truck number. Let's go with 1234. Let's choose the year. You can either click on this cell or you can use the tab key to go to the next cell. We'll say that the make of it is a Volvo. And we'll give it a model number. Here's where you can put a phone number for the owner of the truck. And this next cell is the email address for the owner. Now this is an important email because it will be connected with these settlements. So when you send the settlements for the truck, the owner will receive the settlement through this email, and it will automatically send it to them. Now you can choose who owns the truck, if this truck is owned by the company, if it's owned by the driver, or if it's owned by a third party who has a driver on it. Today, let's say that this is owned by a driver. You can choose what company owns this truck on this drop-down menu that has been, and you can set this up through the admin. The next cell is the dispatch fee. Now you can have this set up where it automatically fills in this information. As you can see, it automatically comes up with 12 on this screen, but this is a number you can change. You can make it 10%, 12%, 13%, whatever number you want. You can make it 15%. You can choose the dispatcher who is linked to this truck if certain dispatchers only have certain trucks. You can make any notes that you would like to make about this truck. Maybe this truck is, the owner of this truck owns multiple trucks and you just want to list the other trucks on here that they own. Maybe they were referred by another driver. Maybe they left and came back, and any information you want just to keep track of, you can put here. Here is the checkbox where you would activate or inactivate the truck. If it's a new truck and you collect escrow on new trucks, you could check this box. Since this truck is owned by the driver, it would be an owner-operator. If ever the truck is out of service for any reason, let's say that they broke down, you can check this out of service box, and then you can put the explanation underneath it. You can say the truck is broken down or whatever the case may be. In this box, you're going to put the plate number. In the next one, you can put a VIN number. The next box, you can put the fuel card number. Just a good place to keep track of the number, so it's easy for whoever is doing the fuel reports, or when let's say they have to inactivate the card, they can just check in the system and they can see it right here. You can also link the driver to this truck. Here's where you can put the start date, the expiration for the cab card, the state inspection expiration, the federal inspection expiration, if there's a company inspection. This drop down menu right here, this would make it so that let's say it's somebody who owns multiple trucks. You could actually import the information for the the email, the dispatch fee percentage. You could import that information over from the other truck, uh, probably the expenses, anything that would come from that truck instead of having to manually enter it. So let's go ahead and press save. And now you can add the fixed expenses. There's two ways to do this. You can add them manually by clicking the add button, or you can choose another truck and you can hit this arrow and it will import these fixed expenses from that truck. If you're going to add a manual expense, you could press the add button, choose what type of expense it's going to be. Let's say it's parking. And you can choose to have this hit the settlement weekly or monthly. And you can add a note. Let's say that's for parking in Joe's Parking. And you press save. And this will all appear on the settlement weekly or monthly in the case of the parking. In this pending expense box, you can add any expenses that are not a fixed expense or not something that's going to appear every single week or monthly. This is something extra out of the ordinary. For instance, let's say the driver needed to be towed and the company paid for it, and they're charging this back to the owner of the truck. You can add this expense here. Let's call it repairs. You can say it was $900 and this is for towing. And when you go to add expenses on the settlement, this will appear in the pending expenses and you can reduce it from the settlement and it will automatically reduce over here. However often you pull it for the settlement. Over here in this box for the truck maintenance, here's where you can keep track of anything that you need, especially for auditing purposes, like if it is, oil changes, and you can upload any receipts, any documentation that you need to with it. Once you've put in all your information, you can press save, and the truck has been added to the system.